All right, hello everyone, and welcome to what has been an amazing day for some Warcraft 3 casting. Game number 1 and game number 2 have been extremely entertaining, to say the least. If you guys are wondering and expecting every game to be that close, that down to the wire, well, I'm sorry, they're just not. These have been some really great games. Anyways, let's move on into what is happening here. I'm going into game number, the third game for today. Thank you for the kind words, fanaticism. On the top left, we have, well, Foggy spawning as the red Night Elf on Tirisfal Glades. Meanwhile, we have 120 spawning as the blue, I said red Night Elf versus blue Undead, right? Yeah. Red Night Elf versus blue Undead. Should be some good matchups. And play-by-play commentary with Warcraft 3. I like it. I like it a lot. I gotta say, people are like, you're just describing what's happening on the screen. Why don't you talk more about the detail of the strategies and all of that? And that's what you should normally do in between all of the action, right? In StarCraft 2, if you had a full-scale battle last like 7 minutes, yeah, if for 7 minutes you're like, what happened? That's not normal. But in Warcraft 3, it seems to happen a lot. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Been following you on YouTube for years. Thanks. I've been casting since I think 2010. So this is my 8th year, or no, 2009. I cast before my daughter was even born. So yeah, I'll be coming up on my 10 year momentarily. And okay, for a second I thought these were wait, what is this? No, those are mercenaries. Mercenaries are being hired for harassment. We have a 25 supply army already coming in from Red, from Foggy. What is this strange madness that Foggy's doing? Ensnare. All right, ensnare, and then poison already being used. Oh, the Murloc Huntsman. A very quick ensnare. I cannot. Okay, this is a crazy game already. Ghoul's gonna be forced to back up. The games are just getting better and better. Entangle. All right, this is a straight up harassment strategy by Foggy. Foggy knows it, and Foggy was perhaps expecting that the Death Knight is not going to be here anytime soon. We should be looking at where that Death Knight is. Death Knight is just now out onto the field, but with the level 1, with the Huntsman now getting ensnares down, and the Keeper of the Grove with their entangle, that damage is going to be, well, very difficult. All right, there goes one skeletal minion now taken down. Death Knight is going to try to make its way out. What is going on here? Keeper of the Grove going to purposely pull back out and try to hire some more mercenaries as well. Same thing, mercenary abuse on this. It's standard on this map. Well, mercenary abuse is the first time I'm casting this. As you can see, assassins and the huntsman already being used here. 2 assassins and 2 huntsmen being used very early on. Death Knight trying to come back the other side and saying, you know what? If you're gonna do that, let me go after your own units. The downside to this, though, is, well, Death Knight trying to get away. Are these units going to be able to get back? That is going to be a big question. There's a big entangle right there, as the Death Knight may try and go for a one-on-one battle. Oh, big body block once more, and this Moonwell could get taken down. Entangle is going to stop this Death Knight from being able to attack for a little bit. This one hunt, are we going to see an ensnare? Down to 32 hit points. Oh, down to 47. Another entangle. 120 is unable to break out of this hole. He's going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town portal, as the Death Knight still wandering around. We could see another entangle right here. What is going on? Death Knight gonna get body blocked. Death Coil tries to finish off a unit, unable to do so. Last minute heal by Foggy with the Moonwell, and a beautiful save. All right, Death Knight extremely low on hit points, and this is a problem for Undead. Normally the Death Knight does not absorb this much damage this early on, and because of that, because of this, he's not going to be able to venture forth that much. He's going to be forced to stay on Blight much longer than he would like to try and regenerate some of those necessary hit points, and that's going to keep him confined to his base. There is 3 Crypt Fiends to try and battle back here, as Foggy going to move back over. He does have enough for 1 Entangle right now, and more importantly, 120 knows that he cannot afford to get another Entangle onto his Crypt Fiends. The Death Coil from the Death Knight should be enough to, heal up once or twice, but because of those poisons and the ensnare, those Crypt Fiends are not going to be able to get back into position. Most hype half hour of Crota I've ever seen. Yeah, no, these games have been great. Back down to the south, Death Knight. Rod of Necromancy for those skeletal minions. Are we going to see a couple of ensnares? No ensnare there. The assassins are actually shadow melding as well. As you can take a look, the Keeper of the Grove just putting on pressure as we see a tech to tier 2 now being completed. Ancients of Wind being added. Ancients of Wind. Ancients of Wind, Druids of the Talons, Hippogriffs. And I'm rather curious as to why we are seeing Ancients of Wind at this point. Normally, Ancients of Wind are for Druids of the Talon. Dots are, easy or are fairly powerful. The Keeper of the Grove does get the kill right there. You saw the gold show up. Meanwhile, you're going to see both of these units getting taken down once more. And the Keeper of the Grove could get to level 2. Demon Hunter now added in here as well as the secondary hero. Also has Slippers of Agility to do a little bit more damage, as we now see a Tree of Life and an expansion getting underway. All right. Fairy Dragons could be the use right there, but then again, double Fairy Dragons? I guess they are very difficult for Undead to take out, since they don't have anti-air units that much. And even Web, I guess Fairy Dragons would just phase shift and get removed from it, perhaps. Thank you for the follow, Slime Pudge, as we're looking at the Tree of Life getting into position here. Keeper of the Grove gets to level 2. Are we going to see Thorn's Aura? Nope, most likely Force of Nature, since Thorn's Aura does not benefit that much. But then again, Destroyers with Devour Magic will be able to literally eat those Force of Natures alive. This is not Moon, this is Foggy versus 120 in this Night Elf versus Undead matchup. Death Knight does get to level 2, has an Ankh of Reincarnation, as we're looking at the Death Knight now trying to bring up the rear, perhaps get some mana burns down onto some of these units. Yeah, I understand why you would think it's Moon, such an early expansion at the 7-minute mark. Mana burn down, you can see Crypt Fiend absorbing a lot of damage. Frost Nova onto that Assassin right there. Assassin quickly taken down. Lich gets up to level 2. Demon Hunter trying to mana burn his way out of this battle, as Crypt Fiends are now taking down as well. All right, there is another Entangle trying to heal back up. Not going to be able to make it, even with that Obsidian statue in the backfield, and so much damage being dealt across the board. We could have another Entangle. Yes, we are. Another Entangle right there. Keeper of the Grove looks like he was able to steal some mana as another Crypt Fiend gets taken down. 120 down to 36 supply compared to 28. And that seems strange that even after Foggy was able to take down multiple units, he is still the one behind in army. Level 2 Keeper of the Grove, level 2 Demon Hunter currently on the board. Does Ted still play? If he does, I do not have access to his replays. And if Ted wants to give me some of his replays to cast, I would be more than happy. I think Ted is one of my favorite Undead players, since he helped reinvent Undead 3 to 4 years ago after taking a little bit of a break. All right, Entangled Goldmine now taking some damage. Ted plays only 2-on-2 now? Oh. If he wants to give me some 2-on-2 replays, that'd be great. Demon Hunter now going to go after the Kobold Taskmaster. Should be able to finish this off without a problem. There it goes. Ankh of Reincarnation. Demon Hunter should be able to pick that up. More Huntsmen and Assassins being added. The Ensnare and the Poison, both incredibly powerful items, as we see Druids of the Talon. It really is mass Druids of the Talon going up against a Crypt Fiend army, which does not make any sense to me. Even in Crow form, they are useless against the Destroyers. What is going on here? Is Foggy playing himself into a corner? Death Knight going to get to level 3 here in just a second, as the Crypt Fiend's Lich ready to go will be able to get to level 3 as well. The 1-2 punch from the Frost Nova and Death Coil is nothing to sneeze at, as the Undead Hero nuking ability is quite potent. Back off to the north, Demon Hunter, Keeper of the Grove, level 3, should be able to get to level 3 here in just a second, as we are looking at Druids of the Talon. Yeah, Fairy Fire is powerful, But, well, we are also looking at, mastery training. So we should be looking at Cyclone as well. Hippogriffs will be able to peck apart the obsidians, or not the obsidians, actually the destroyers, but that's only if 120 doesn't have web. If 120 has web, those hippogriffs will be grounded, literally, and they'll just get cleaned up. It feels like Foggy is playing himself into a corner as we see a Night Elf Tri-Hero. Alright, not something you see every day. Night Elf Tri-Hero with Hippogriffs, Druids of the Talon, Keeper of the Grove, into a Demon Hunter, into a Potom. Alright, are we going to see an Entangle go down here? Units now trying to pull back. Crypt Fiend, or no, where's no Entangles as of yet, no Destroyers. There's the Entangle on the backside. Frost Nova onto the Assassin. Assassin should really get focused down here in just a second, as the Crypt Fiends are going to get picked apart slowly but surely. Demon Hunter still leading the way, trying to get to level 3, needs a little bit more experience, chasing after this one Crypt Fiend, and now backs up a little bit as we see a Cyclone picking up that Lich. Death Knight wandering around in the back, focusing down units on the backside. Anti-Magic Potion onto the Demon Hunter, as the Hippogriffs are just waiting, lying in wait for, well, those destroyers to show themselves. Hippogriffs are absolutely doing nothing at all, as we are going to be looking at a Trent getting taken down. Lich back up in the air, going to force the Death Knight to stick around a little bit longer. Potom is still sitting at level 1, not yet quite at level 2. Demon Hunter finishing off many of these units. 46 to 45 supply. Is the Demon Hunter going to be able to finish off that unit? No, it's not. Going after a different unit instead. Orb of Venom dealing terrible damage across the board. And the Crypt Fiend decided to back up and throw himself on the sacrificial altar. Demon Hunter down to 314 hit points. Mana burn onto the Lich. Lich, well, loses all of its mana. Death Knight coming back the other way. Potion of Invulnerability is here, ready to go. Could try and nuke down the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have enough hit points to stay alive for a little bit longer, as the skeletal minions are dropping as well. What are these Druids of the Talon doing except casting Fairy Fire, which, well, is very, very useful. Druids of the Talon with Potom do deal more damage, and they're also dealing bonus damage to those Obsidian statues. We haven't seen any Obsidian statues actually convert to Destroyers yet, as, well, there's nothing that the Destroyers are really going to be able to counter until we see a lot of Fairy Fire and a lot of Ents on the field, or perhaps Cyclone. There's no reason to transform them. So I guess that is the play here, to make sure that the Druids of the Talon can focus down an Obsidian statue with negative armor before it even goes into Destroyer form. And if it does go into the Destroyer form, you have the Hippogriffs, but the Hippogriffs are just dead units at this stage. Sasquatch, Sasquatch going to get focused down really quickly because of those. Rejuvenation doesn't even matter. Pendant of Mana should be given to the Keeper of the Grove momentarily. Fountain of Health. And all of these units are just going to be enjoying the fact that they're fighting next to this fountain right here, right now. Keeper of the Grove up to 625 mana. An absurd amount of mana right now on a level 3 Keeper of the Grove. 250 extra mana. Fairy Fire plus Entangle. Fairy Fire plus Entangle. The Entangle doesn't deal more damage. Is it physical? No, I thought it was magical damage. Hippogriffs continue to fight back here. Lightning Revenant should get taken down. It does have medium armor, means that it's a little bit harder to focus down with that Fairy Fire or with the magic attack. But the Archer should get taken down very quickly as we take a look. True Shot Aura given to the Demon Hunter. That's quickly going to be sold and thrown away, as well as the Death Knight now benefiting and also grabbing a Staff of Silence. Alright, Death Knight, Lich, level 4, level 4. We do not see a third hero coming in from the undead as of yet. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Potom, Keeper of the Grove, Demon Hunter, 3-3-2, going up against a 4-4. Overall equal in terms of level, but I would rather have a 5-5 than a 4-4-2, as the Death Knight and the Lich, well, are not that close either. We see that there is an expansion coming in from the undead with a good amount of protection as well. What is going to be happening here just quite yet? Hippogriffs, Assassins all ready to go. Demon Hunter sitting at level 3. Why keep the Why keep the True Shot Aura? That should be quickly thrown away or sold. Do you have an easy shop? Is that the problem? Okay, Goblin Merchant Shop is in the middle right there. So maybe that is the reason why that has not been sold as of yet. Hippogriffs sticking around wondering, hey, is there anything I can hit yet? Is there anything I can hit yet? Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4 as you see him slowly get closer and closer to that, 400 mana position. Demon Hunter picks up a Tome of Strength. Having an additional 50 hit points should help him in that front line. Having nearly 10 armor will definitely help him in that front line as the units are getting into position again. All right, we are looking at a Chimera Roost. Chimera Roost, we'll see what is going to be going down. Priestess of the Moon, True Shot, or I guess everything is going to be benefiting as well as the Priestess of the Moon is, is it going to be able to get to level 3? I think it's going to be extremely close. Well, it should actually be able to get to level 3. Yep, we'll be able to get there. Level 3, level 2 True Shot Aura, or is it going to be level 2 Searing Arrows? No, level 3 True Shot Aura, giving even more bonus damage to all of these units here. Chimeras added, 72 supply over 90 compared to 57 over 90. Foggy waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike as the Death Knight and the Lich is now ready to roll on out. What is going to be going down here? Demon Hunter could try and Mana Burn. Yeah, Mana Burn. Frost Nova onto the Druid of the Talon. Druid of the Talon Cyclone picks up the Lich. There's the Destroyer going to devour that magic as the Hippogriffs try to find their target. They're quickly back onto the ground. Those Crypt Fiends, are they going to be going after the Hippogriffs? No, they are simply running away. They do not want to deal with any of those units as another Mana Burn tries to finish down an Obsidian Statue. All right, let's take a look. Lich in the back position. Frost Nova onto the Assassin. Assassin quickly taken down. Lich, Potion of Invulnerability in time. Death Knight now up in the air as the Hippogriffs are just constantly webbed onto the ground. However, the Ents are doing quite a job here as the Destroyer is able to devour magic. Death Knight up in the air. Where is the Lich? Lich taken down there. Lich has fallen as the Death Knight currently up in the air. Is it going to drop down to the ground? Most likely it will. Tries the Death Coil. The unit does get the Death Coil off as it scrolls of Town Portal out of a bad situation. Death Knight in this position here. Where is he going to go next? Perhaps back off to the north. Meanwhile, Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 3. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. Sells the True Shot Aura correctly and should be, and what did he pick up? Scroll of Healing, a good item there. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4. Priestess of the Moon looking to back up here. We see Gargoyles in the air, and the Gargoyles should be able to finish off those Hippogriffs extremely quickly. We see Force of Natures, which will get eaten alive by that lone Destroyer right now, which is in that backfield. However, there is nothing that the Destroyer can really easily take down. Staff of Preservation, Keeper of the Grove, going to regenerate all of that mana back up to 610. That pendant is really going to do a work as we now see 3 Chimeras in the air. Chimeras, no siege damage attack as of yet. Are they going to make their way back down? Perhaps try and poke some of this units here. Let's take a look. Destroyer, level 1 weapons upgrade. Trying to make sure the Destroyer doesn't have any. Nope, going to be able to devour magic up to 300 mana once again. And yep, that Destroyer is, in fact, eating these Force of Natures alive. Hippogriffs getting into position. 4 Chimeras here, ready to go. Going into high upkeep. 83 supply. Let's go into that next battle. Damage is being added here. Chimera does have siege damage now. There it goes. Sacrificial Pit gonna get taken down as a Hippogriff out of position. Gonna get eaten alive pretty quickly. All right, units are going back and forth. Crypt Fiend's gonna try and engage. Scroll of Protection being brought over, and that was after the Devour Magic. Good use of the Scroll of Protection and trying to keep track of all of this here. As the Druids of the Talon, where are they going to be going? Druids of the Talon trying to focus down some of these Gargoyles, and the Druids of the Talon actually have better anti-air attack than when they're on the ground. So those Gargoyles are actually going to be falling. 71 supply compared to 71 because of that range damage. They are currently silent, so they cannot get back into the ground as the Obsidian Statues are doing a lot of healing. Chimera's back across over here, able to finish off the gold mine, but the main action and damage is happening over here. 120 losing a lot, but so is Foggy as we're looking at, well, the Chimera is trying to poke apart more of these units. All right, you see a web down onto one of those units. There, wow, potion of invulnerability used just in time by the Death Knight, down to 39 or 20 hit points, as it looks like it will live to fight another day. Priestess of the Moon, down to 137. Is he going to be able to get away? Yes, does get to level 4. Potion of invulnerability still on that Death Knight. It is going to be sticking around for far too long as the Crypt Fiend going to get taken down. And Foggy takes down 120 here on the Glades with a quick use. Well, a great game between the two, and I am pretty much just absolutely tired from casting some amazing games today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you everyone who was watching here on Twitch. If you like what you saw, definitely follow me. If you guys want to catch me live, interact, definitely follow me as well. If you want to support me, I do accept bits, or rather Twitch does accept bits on my channel, and you can go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.